Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I'm trying something new today. I'm going to do an ink sample swatching from my new pen friend, Elyse Morgan. She's on YouTube at Elyse Morgan, and you can find her on Instagram at Whole Lotta Latte Plans. And so, cough aside, I thought I would just do a swatching and give my responses or initial impressions of the colors, and I will test those on my own in time to see how I actually like them in a pen. But just to do this discovery part together, I thought would be fun. What makes this a little bit new and different is I'm sitting at my kitchen table. Typically I'm standing in my family room where I have a craft area, and when I do videos, for some reason I feel like I can do better standing, but I don't feel like standing for 15 samplings. So we will just randomly pick them. How about that? Put a little tissue in here to help those not to fall over. But I don't know what this one is. Let's just take it. Okay, first one, Birmingham Pen Company Arabica Bean. I'm super excited to try this one. Elyse offered to send me several Birmingham Pen Company inks because I haven't tried too many. I have been given a few samples, but I really don't have a lot of experience with many of these at all. And this is really funny because I actually ordered a sample of this for my husband to try in his new pen, which is in a medium nib, and it's just a little bit too gushy for him in the inks that I've used so far. So I'm hoping to find an ink that will be a little more on the dry side. And since he loves coffee, I thought Arabica Bean would be fun for him to try. So I get to have a little sneak peek. This looks like a nice pinkish beige, brown in there. I think that based on just my first impressions, this seems like it would be a good ink for the pen that my husband has because, like I said, it's a lot more gushy than he's accustomed to. It seems like it might be dry because it's a lighter ink. So I'm going to just try this Wonkai dip nib that I bought off of Amazon a couple years ago. Let's just go ahead. I'll just abbreviate, but let's get a little bit of an idea of what the actual writing might be like. This is permanent ink. I'm hoping I'm not going to smudge it. Birmingham Pen Company Arabica Bean. I like that. I do not have any inks like that. I think I might enjoy something on the lighter side like this. I really like the brown pooling there. Okay, that was number one. Let's see, number two will be Birmingham Penco Heron. And I'm just shaking these a little because I don't know what the aspects are. I do have this little creamer bottle. I bought it at an antique store, and it seems wise to have the extra help holding it so I don't have a huge spill. I am not familiar with this Heron one. Just put a couple little dots down. I've been watching a lot of Elyse's videos, and I can't remember if I did see her sample this one. I know she doesn't like really bold blues, and I don't remember what her response was to this one if I did see it, but whoops, I still want that. I like this. This might look neat with my new Tailored Pen Company Churchill pen, which is in the Havasupai model or color. This looks like a deep teal. Trying to keep in frame here. This is what my little washi samples are here to help me with. A peacock kind of color is what this reminds me of, or obviously a heron. Birmingham Penco Heron. Ooh, that is quite pretty. Be interesting to see when these all dry exactly what they're going to look like. Van Diemen's Queenstown Gold Mine. Now this one, I will say I have tried in my, I better shake that more, my TWSBI Diamond 580, and it has been dry. I haven't had luck with that pen and this ink, but I have lots of pens I can try, and I will, because I love how this looked in her video. The sampling of it was amazing, but I was having a hard time getting the shimmer to show forth consistently. It looks so pretty here. It reminds me a bit of Diamonds Ancient Copper. It reminds me a little bit of Verde Pumpkin Spice. It's a rusty orange and it has a wonderful gold shimmer. But my problem was not having the shimmer come out beyond maybe just a few words. And then it just seemed like it was getting stuck in the pen. There might be a better pen to try with it. I do like the shade, and I like how dark it's showing up here. This little pooling is so pretty. It's like copper. Gorgeous. Birmingham Penco Armadillo. Very nice. I like that. This looks, to me, first impressions, a smoky purple. Definitely on the purple side, more than gray, but I do think you could say a gray to purple, perhaps. So this is another Birmingham Penco Armadillo. Another one I would be very curious to try in a pen. Okay, our next one is going to be Birmingham Penco Gooseberry. Give it a little shake, just in case. I know you always need to shake or agitate the Noodlers inks. So, or any sheeners or shimmer inks. So I just need to remember to do that. That is such a pretty, peaceful, serene, purplish color, like a berry. I don't know gooseberries, really, what they look like in person, but it does make me think of a berry. Right in here, it almost looks like blueberry, like juice, if you got made fresh blueberries or frozen and you have that juice. That's what that's looking like to me. Birmingham Penco Gooseberry. Oh, I like this really, really a lot. I have some purples I'm really enjoying right now. One of them is Noodlers 1984, and the other one is Colorverse Pillars of Creation. I don't have something in the lighter side or medium shade so much, but this is quite beautiful. Noodler's Red Black. This is another that Elyse offered. She showed me a little video, or sent me a little video of the different let's do that just a little more, inks that she had beyond the ones we had messaged each other about. And I have wanted to try this Noodler's Red Black. So when she offered, I said, yes, please. I would like to try that. Finding a red that suits me is a little trickier. But I would like to have a shade or two more beyond my Tex-Mex and Vinta Laguna that I like. This is gorgeous. Wow. That is quite pretty. Very vivid. I was thinking it would be more black leaning, but with a red, subtle red undertone somehow. So I am surprised by this, but I think it's a very pretty color. And just thinking if this might be a good color in my Christmas journaling. I do like to try to focus on seasonal colors. This is not. This is Noodlers. This is Monteverde's Chameleon. Let's see what this one's like. I kind of like putting these in random order. It's a fun little surprise every time I reach for one. Very nice. Wow. That is really pretty. A deep eggplant, maybe mauve color, you could say. I am not familiar with, I've heard of chameleon inks. I think the idea is that they switch colors, or they look like one and then dry as another. But you can enlighten me in the comments below, please. If you can tell me more about that. I'm loving how the writing's looking. Very berryish. Deep. It doesn't seem so purpley to me as like eggplant or mauve. Hard to describe. This one is Birmingham Penco Petrified Wood. I have not tried this, but I have seen samplings of it done. I feel like I need to move this just a little. Keep in frame here. It's a Sunday afternoon here. We're having a nice mild weather day. My husband's been sick. He's up in bed. I'm getting over about a month of, I don't want to say being sick. It's not like I haven't been able to function. I just have been coughing nonstop, and I am worn out from that. But I feel fine otherwise. Okay, so I need to remember this name. Keep it in here, Gail. The other day I was filling a pen, and I stuck it in a sample vial. And like the not so graceful person I am, I put it in too far, and ink was going all over the place. I think I needed a little more ink on my dip pen, but I like this. This is very unusual. As you saw, it went down sort of what I would call like a beige color. But this neat green, sort of a murky, in a good way, green is like mossy, is pooling, and it's getting that little outline, which I think is so neat looking. But that's a very neat effect. And then these first few letters in Petrified almost look to me like they have a bit of a green outline to this beige. That's a tongue twister. I always share tongue twisters with my grandkids, the older ones. This beige is going to be one of them. We'll see what they do. I don't know. I like that. Next one is Birmingham Penco Eroded Bronze. Quick little swirl. Ooh, very cool. I was not expecting that shade. I don't know. I guess I was thinking maybe it would be more like you typically think of bronze, but this is eroded bronze, so that explains it. What a pretty shade of blue with some teal, or like peacock to me is in the teal family, but like that richer teal. Let's see what else. Diamine Green Edition Dusted Truffle has this silver shimmer on the bottom there, so let's make sure we get that mixed up. Elyse showed me, and I have seen this like pop up here and there on videos. She showed me that she had, I believe it was a bottle of this. But I just think I want to try that because it was also making me think of an ink that I already have, and I was wondering if they were going to be similar. But off the top of my head now, I don't remember which one that was. The shimmer is coming forth. It's looking a little more gray. Makes me think of those rocks that have like the dark, they look like little cells all over them. There's a dark spot with a circle kind of around it. Probably don't know what I mean because I'm not really sure what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm thinking. It's just getting it out of my mouth. Okay, Dusted Truffle. Try a little cursive here. It's very wet off of this dip nib, more than maybe like some of these have been, like these two seem just even drier than the armadillo. Ooh, that is a super cool color. It has so much dimension. I feel like I'm looking at a planet through a telescope almost. We have Verde Brown Sugar. Sounds like my kind of ink. Sounds like my kind of flavor. I put probably a little too much ink down. I was excited about the name. Oh, that is really nice. Browns are kind of a tricky thing too, I think, with inks. Some people like them red-based, some like them more neutral, some like them more gold-leaning or yellow-leaning. So it's a very subjective thing, I think, when it comes to browns. It's a nice dark brown. Seems like a good color for November. I'm enjoying these so much. I keep wanting to say British Penco. It's Birmingham Penco. I think I'm thinking of BBC when I see the BPC. So chrysanthemum, divided up at a name. This one I have been curious about. I have seen this here and there on videos. I hope I shook that enough. Getting a nice deeper pink, or I'd say like a deep pink, but grayed, like not a saturated neon or bubblegummy pink, but almost a purpley pink with some bronze type shading to it. Very interesting, very pretty. This one is Noodlers Roses on the Louvre. And I don't know much about this ink. I have seen it show up when I'm searching for inks to sample. It's gorgeous, almost a gemstone color, like a ruby. That's very pretty. Maybe that would be a good one to think about inking, putting in a pen, because I really just don't have too many bright colors going on now. Birmingham Penco, Pennsylvania Fieldstone, another one I have been quite curious about. In the past, I've seen people swatch this and have wondered if I would like writing with it. So now I get the chance to try. That is quite a blob of ink. Goes down Definitely what I would say a pink gray, a gray pink. Very unique. I like that. Something really unusual for me. And it really makes me want to try it in a pen. This makes me think of summertime and you're at the botanical garden and you're seeing all those rich, beautiful colors everywhere. This is Noodlers Saro. What a lovely color. So there we go. I will do more of an in-depth writing evaluation on my own. Of course, I can't do that on a simple swatching moment, but it's going to be super fun to try these out. And I'm thinking I might get out my Esterbrook Esty, and I'm kind of thinking that the roses, I wrote rose, but roses on the Louvre might look pretty in that pen. I don't know. They're all so pretty. Let's just take a closer look at these, shall we? Arabica Bean, Heron, Armadillo, and to the left, the Queensland Gold Mine. See that shimmer? So pretty. Gooseberry, Noodlers Red Black, and in the Chameleon, which is looking a little darker here than it is in person, but you do have that like shaded area there that's darker and seems to have maybe a little green to it. Over here we have the Petrified Wood and Eroded Bronze. There's that Dusted Truffle, such a unique color. There's the Brown Sugar, which is very, very dark. Looking a little more black here, but quite dark brown in person. And then Roses on the Louvre is not quite dry, but definitely a pretty ruby color, I think. Or Roses, it is called Roses. There's the Chrysanthemum, looking a little more grayed than in person, but very peaceful, pretty color. And then the Fieldstone. These two are pretty similar in person. This is deeper, but they remind me a lot of each other. And then the saguaro is on its way to drying, but what a lovely color that is too. So there you go. They are just so pretty to see all together. Look at the shimmer on those. Well, that's amazing. Thank you everybody for watching. If any of these are your favorites, or if any of these are inks you had been thinking of trying, I'd be curious to know which ones caught your eye or which ones you've had your eye on. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Bye.